Hello, crafter friends. This is a video for the, well, it's for everybody, but mainly I'm going to be posting in Beginning Crafter Friends on Facebook, which is a group for beginners as well as established crafters who are willing to share what they do and teach others. And I started the group about a month ago, and it's growing pretty good. I have Amber Crafts and Mary Forrester helping me with it. But, well, let me show you what I'm going to make. I'm making a mini journal, and it's a very mini journal. And it is from an individual size box of Fruit Loops. And this is going to be the cover to my journal. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make it. I'm making this for a special person. So I am going to start by decoupaging a piece of deli paper, which is basically, you can use wax paper, you can use parchment paper. I just happen to have ran out of wax paper and had picked up some deli paper today. I don't know if you have the GFS, what used to be called GFS, in your area. Now it is called Gordon Food Supply. So they just basically spelled out the name. But anybody can shop there. And I think Sam's Club also sells this in the paper products over where you will get the aluminum foil and so forth. I'm going to try to smooth this out some. I have not used this yet, so it looks like it is going to kind of buckle up more than regular wax paper does. Now I'm going to take a napkin and I'm going to cut it. I've already pulled the back off, and I wish I hadn't, because then I can show you how I do that. But I'm going to just cut this in half. And what this does, it gives you a faux leather look. So, my napkin is cut in half. And I'm going to place it face down on this paper. And smooth it out gently so that you don't tear the napkin. And then I'm going to come back and put the decoupage, and this is homemade decoupage from Emily's channel, and it's basically just watered down school glue. You can use Mod Podge, but I mean, you can get a gallon of Elmer school glue in Walmart for maybe a little over twice the price of a small thing of decoupage. Well, you get decoupage at the Dollar Tree, and one thing of decoupage does cover the small journals. Okay, I'm coming back with another piece of deli sheet, and I learned how to do this from Katrine Hansen here on Facebook. I believe that Emily also does this, but she does hers a different way from Katrine, I believe. But I watched Katrine on a live do it, so I'm giving her the credit for this as who I learned it from. Now, I won't be able to cover the journal today because it has to set and dry. And I have seen some take their glue guns and dry these. I don't. I just let mine set. And it doesn't take a long time to dry. Usually by the next morning it is completely dry. But as you can see, there is a whole lot of glue going on. So, you know, if you're going to air dry it, let it set overnight. And if you don't like your wrinkles and you decide you want to iron this after it's dried, please put a towel between this and the iron. Do not hold it on there long, because that glue is going to make a holy mess if you do. And I made a mess here, but It's okay, you want a little wrinkle in it. Now, some use 2 layers, some use 4 layers. Today I am doing 3 layers, simply because I don't think I'm going to need another one. You want to make sure you have it really glued up so that this top sheet will stick to it and not fray apart. Make sure you have your edges done on the outside of what you're going to, whatever you're going to use. You don't have to use a napkin. You can use paper, you can use paper bits, you can make a collage in there. So here is the next one. And this will lay this right on top of that last napkin. Spread it out. Oh, I didn't do that, did I? Yeah, this is a whole lot harder than using white paper. That's okay. I have a lot of wrinkle. Put this on the inside. And I'm going to put a coat of decoupage over this as well. Just for stability and to make it harder. When this dries, you can actually knock on it and it is hard. So, this is going to be my cover when it dries. And I am going to lay it over in front of my fan to give it a little extra help drying. Next, to decide what size you want your paper to be. Some people do single sheets. I don't. I find it much more difficult to sew in with a single sheet. So here's what I'm going to do. I have some of this sitting here, so I'm just going to use this cardstock right here. And I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to fold it again. Now, a lot of people bring out all these, things that you measure and so forth with and cut and make everything perfect, and I don't. I do everything by sight. I have the cutting machines, and I may actually cut this on there. Well, I may actually try to cut this on there. So I'm going to use this dark marker to make it. And I'm only copying this much of it. And you'll see why in a second. Let me see. Do I have one that's not packed? That's pretty close by. And of course I don't. So, I'm going to cut it. And if you're like me, can't cut a straight line, don't worry about it, because you can go back and trim it up. Save all your bits because you can use those later. Okay. You open it up and cut it down the center. And then you put one inside the other, just like this. And that is the beginning of your signature. And as you see, I cut it too long. How did I do that? I don't know, but I cut it off. When you have all of your signatures together, you're going to put them inside here. Now it depends on the thickness. You can do 2 signatures and put one here and the other one right next to it to fill out this way. But with the width of this, I am going to do 4 mini signatures. So, No, I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be where I'm going to punch my holes. So, let's set that there. And I'm going to continue to cut paper, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I have a book, and it's an old book. I think I got it at a yard sale or something. So I have folded several pages together and taken one that I've already measured and know it's going to fit, and I am just cutting around this one that I've already tried. And save all of your bits. You can make clusters out of the smaller pieces, tags. You know, paper scraps are valuable in junk journaling because you can use it for so many things. So many things. And there's so many things you can do with it. Collaging, mixed media. Let's see. Get this even. Put it down on this end. That's a little ragged up there, so this will be easier to measure. You can use magazines, book pages, you know, whatever you have available. Old coloring books. You know, a lot of us got into that adult coloring book phase a while back, and I probably have way more than I'm willing to admit I have of them, that I'm going to start using in junk journals, simply because I have them, and I don't really enjoy coloring anymore. It doesn't relax me anymore. As a matter of fact, it got to the point where it started stressing me out. So, I have a lot of them. And I am just sticking them all together for right now. I mean, this definitely is not a signature, but, you know, I'm just keeping them all together until I get more cut out. And I guess I'm a little OCD about it, because when I'm doing a journal, I put everything into one tote or one box together, depending on the size of the journal and what all I'm going to need for it. And when I'm ready to work on it, I just take that one box or tote out, and, you know, everything's right there together. My scissors, my glue, my tags, my embellishments, everything is right there together. So if I don't finish this tonight, it will all go in a small box, waiting for me to come back and finish it. Which, other than the cover, I should get most of it, be able to get most of it knocked out. And I know, I do go a little fast, and I'm sorry, it's just, you know, it's habit now, it's kind of second nature, so. But if I go any slower, then you're going to be sitting here forever watching. So maybe I'll do this video in sections. See, just open it up, take that book pages out, stick them off to the side with the others. And I have a nice little pile of scraps going on here that I will use. Matter of fact, I may do some collaging to relax before I go to bed. Or a mixed media or something in my art journal just to relax. I like doing it the last thing before I go to bed every night because it helps me to unwind and relax. Oops, that's not in there. Always check and make sure you've got it pushed all the way back. Otherwise, you're going to be coming back doing a whole lot of trimming. It's simple. And, you know, you don't have to make them as thick as I do. you can do it any way you want. I happen to do a lot of thick journals, and I don't know why. I guess I just get carried away. But that can be one signature. It's a little thick, so take some of this out. That can be two signatures. We have a piece of this. And this can be three signatures. So let me see if I have room left in there for a fourth one. And always keep, eye on how thick your journal is becoming. Unless you're going to just wait and do a handmade cover afterwards. Yeah, see, I have room to put a fourth one in here. So I think I shall. Let's see, do I have another color? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do another signature. And I know, I already have 3 dots on there, but, wow, that tore out bad. You're not going to see that anyway, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let's see. Well, how did that happen? See what I mean about these old books? They don't always tear right. So you have to keep coming back and trimming up the sides of it to get all that junk off of there. Okay, let's see how many. And I know a lot of people say you should never do it this way. You should measure it all out and, cut it on one of the cutters, and I do. If it's commission work, I do. But I make a lot of these small journals for pocketbooks and for myself. So, to me it's fine if it's not perfect, because I use them in my purse for jotting down notes, addresses, phone numbers, grocery lists, whatever I need to remember to do for that day. So to me, I don't care if it's not perfect. Now, if I was making it for someone else, yeah, I'd be taking my time, I'd be measuring. But I'm just showing you how you can make yourself a little appointment book, and, really, you can take just one signature. Such as this, and just, sew it down the center and stick it in your pocketbook, and you've got a little notebook in there that you can take with you everywhere you go. Let me see how this is working now. Yeah, 4 is good. Yeah, 4 is perfect. See? Got 4 signatures inside a cereal box. Now, I'm not going to sew them in because I don't have my cover yet. So this is going to be part 1. Part 2, I'll come back when I have my cover on, and then do the sew in, and start the embellishing. Normally I like to do the embellishing before I sew in, because that way I can take some pages out, make it thinner if it's going to be too thick, but I'm not going to do a whole heck of a lot of embellishing on this one, because like I said, this is going to be a personal journal, and you know, I would never make one like this for somebody else, but this is just going to be a personal one, so I probably won't do much embellishing at all. I'll put some tuck spots in here so I can stick like receipts in it and so forth, but that's going to be about all. Okay, I'll come back and show you when I get the cover ready. Thanks, guys.